Back here at AT&T Stadium, speaking with Kari Torres, huge Leon fan, huge Mexico fan. Kari, first of all, let me ask you: have you recovered from the loss in the final that the Panza Verde had?
I have been slowly recovering. I think, especially since I didn't have the opportunity to go to the game, I was very close. Tickets were really scarce to get, and it could have gone either way. If I would have been there, winning would have been glorious, and if I would have been there in how the ending went, lost, I would have been outside the stadium crying. So I'm recovering still. I think back and I'm like, I can't believe we were so close yet so far from achieving La Octava.
Well, I mean, that's what makes the so frustrating, because Leon has a historic season. They play extremely well, and unfortunately they still have to do it all over again, and they ended up playing their worst soccer at the worst time, but they still made it to the final and came very close to winning. So I think as a Leon fan, I would be very proud, and I'm sure you are.
I'm very proud. I feel like Leon, like you said, Leon has had a historic season, 12 consecutive wins. No other team has done it, not the Big Four. So we have a goleador, Angel Mena, young Mexican striker, JJ Macias, great Mexican that had the opportunity that I didn't get with Chivas to get that he got with Leon, and he definitely made a statement. And Nacho Ambriz, that I honestly, whenever we acquired him, I kind of doubted him, because knowing how he played more defensively, I was like, what is he going to offer to this team? But I mean, the result, we were the best defense, the best offense. We had 41 points, 41 goals. It was just, everybody was doubting Leon. I mean, and I totally get it. You know, being super líder is like the curse of being a super líder. And I think they were the underdogs the whole time. I think no one really expected them to go to the final. And definitely it's a different tournament whenever it's the season and whenever it's Liguilla. Definitely, I think we saw a bit of a change there. But unfortunately, Leon had a couple of things that kind of interrupted, just like JJ Macias, him extending to play the semifinal but not the final. And I think for me, if I were him, I would be kicking my butt, because instead of playing a final that he worked so hard for, you know, being the youngest Mexican striker on the scoreboard, getting to the Liguilla, you know, quarterfinals, semifinals, and not playing a final to go to Sub-20 and seeing how that went, I would be kicking myself in the butt. Obviously, we had another down, Ivan Rodriguez, which to me was the greatest underrated player the whole season, and an injury that he's been struggling with, and now with La Selección kind of has, you know, been awful. And Angel Mena, a lot of people were saying that in the final he kind of choked. That's why regarding to the injury. But all in all, I have nothing to be ungrateful about Leon. They gave me a lot of great memories.
Well, Angel Mena is here, but he's on the bench. He's not starting for Ecuador today. So I have to ask you, were you born with the green belly, or did the green belly appear over time?
I was born with it. I was born here in Dallas. My family is from León, Guanajuato, so ever since I was a baby, kid, it was always Panza Verde, Esmeralda. Walking into the stadium, I fell in love with the Club León all over again. It's like every time I go, I fall in love with the club. It's just something that you feel when you're at the stadium. You feel the colors, you feel the atmosphere. It's, you know, whenever they were in Segunda for like 10 plus years, you saw the stadiums filled every single game. It didn't matter if it was the, you know, La Segunda División. The fans were loyal, and that's why it meant so much how this season went so well. We were expecting La Octava, but Panza Verde, my blood runs green. Well,
you may want to go see a doctor about that. No, that's great. Now, one thing I will say about Leon, and I think is what I would consider, you know, outside of Tigres, probably has the best atmosphere. Mm-hmm. In Liga MX, maybe Atlas too, well, occasionally when they get it going, which is frankly very rare. Yeah. But the atmosphere in Jalisco when Atlas is playing well is usually very good as well. So I've always thought that Mexico would be Leon would be a great place for Mexico to play, even qualifiers. Yeah. Just because of the fact that the crowd is so good there in Leon. Let's since we don't have much time here, because they're gonna get mad at us if we're doing this, but let's fast forward real quick to this Gold Cup and then this process, not just for the 2022 but 2026. What are your expectations for Mexico, not just from this tournament but moving forward?
Just consistency. I think that has definitely established some consistency. He's been doing great so far. I'm kind of just thinking about what's going to happen when Mexico loses here and there and how the fan base will react. Is it going to be the same kind of anger or questioning like we've done every coach? Because like the quotas out there, el peor enemigo del mexicano es otro mexicano. So we have high expectations, but so far I think that has definitely managed well, and I hope that we regain consistency and hope that every player gets the opportunity that they deserve in order to build a great squad for 2026.
Well, Kari Torres, thank you very much for joining us here on the CantinaMX podcast. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much.
Same here. Thanks so much for having me.